Hey guys, Nebraska Farm Boy here, wishing you a very merry, though perhaps a little bit late, Christmas and a Happy New Year. I would like to briefly apologize. The video that came out over Christmas weekend was not actually intended to come out over Christmas weekend. It wasn't particularly fitting for the holiday season, so I do briefly apologize for that. Then I meant to actually get one out that was more fitting for the holiday season, and I ran out of time, so grr. Anyways, if that didn't make any sense to you, it really doesn't matter. Don't overthink it. Just remember to use this season as a time to tune out from the craziness all around us and to tune in on what really matters. Anyhow, we are coming up on the turn of a new year, and I thought that'd be an appropriate time to take a look at how far Nebraska Farm Boy has come and where we hope to go in the future. The first official Nebraska Farm Boy video came out in the spring of this year. We were at 30 subscribers at that time, and from then we have grown to 260, give or take. And that's not huge, but thanks to you guys who are willing to support in this early season of the channel, that's growing exponentially. Also, we got in on that YouTube Shorts just came out when we were just getting started, so that kind of helped too. Now, this channel has been a really interesting experience getting started and running. See, I've been on YouTube for the past 4 or 5 years for various reasons. You see, the Nebraska Farm Boy channel was originally called Caleb's Aquatics, which was where I talked about stuff like fish and aquariums and stuff like that. Anyhow, that kind of died out, interest changed, and the channel was practically dead in between the time of it being Caleb's Aquatics and becoming Nebraska Farm Boy. One video was posted, that was the tin box. Some of you might have watched it. Unfortunately, it didn't make any sense. It wasn't supposed to make any sense. I wasn't growing a channel at that time, but I just left it there for old time's sake. Anyways, during that time, I was slowly starting to go through some changes in life, you know, grow up a little bit and whatnot, and I started getting into self-defense, mainly because I thought it was cool. You know, what guy doesn't think it's cool to be able to defend himself with legal weapons, like, as in weapons that you can actually carry when he's not over the age of 21. And slowly from there, I started learning stuff, mainly through free sources. Granted, going that route, you're going to get a lot of trash and a lot of conflicting opinions, so I developed a rule of thumb, and that was, if it doesn't work for me, it doesn't work, and I don't care who it works for. If it doesn't work for me, it's not going to work, and if it does work, it's a good technique. And that was kind of the start of Nebraska Farm Boy. See, I'm not the perfect protector. Of course, I never will be the perfect protector. I'm not the best fighter. I'm not the best at anything, really. But I didn't really, that wasn't why I started. I didn't start because I thought I was the best. I didn't wait until I was going to be the best, because I'm never going to be the best. I saw a window of opportunity. I wanted to inspire other young men to take the same journey, to start on the same journey that I'm going on. Not so much saying how their journey should be, but just encouraging them to start the journey, because that's what this is. It's not just about, it's not about arriving at a certain point. It's really about a journey which will continue until you die, and I guess that's when you arrive. Now, as I was saying, this has been an experience really unlike anything I've done before. My first video, I would say, is probably, well, I'd classify as a failure. You know, the farther back you go, you always classify your videos as failures, which I look at as improvement, because if you can look back and call yourself a failure, that means you're probably a little bit better than you were back then. Maybe. Anyways, I kept going. I'm gonna keep going, gonna keep on making mistakes, gonna keep on apologizing for my mistakes. I'm apologizing in advance for my mistakes and any mistakes I've made in this video already. But, you know, you just keep going, and it's been good. Now, these early stages, these just getting started periods, have really helped me to fine-tune what my channel is and what it is not. For instance, as I said, the channel is designed for encouraging and inspiring young men to lead meaningful lives, specifically in the context of being a protector. Of course, we go into other areas as well, like just skills, useful skills that I happen to know, like knife knife making and whatnot. YouTube doesn't like when I make videos on knife throwing, though we still do sometimes because we're rebels. Of course, this channel is not for everyone. Most of the comments I've got are encouraging, inspiring, and very appreciated. Some of you I could name by name. Some of you I always recognize in the comments. I'm like, oh yeah, you gave me a comment. But then of course you get those people who are just rude and disrespectful and just don't really like something that I do. And here's the thing. If you don't like that I'm a Christian, if you don't like that I'm a protector, there's certain values that Nebraska Farm Boy is based on, and I'm not willing to budge those values one bit. I don't care. You can just unsubscribe, you can ruin my channel. I'm not budging the values because this channel was given to God, and I'm not going to change my stance on any of my values to try to collect a larger audience. I'd sooner this channel failed entirely than give up one of my values, if that makes any sense. As for what Nebraska Farm Boy is going to be in the future, well, Lord willing, we'll still be on YouTube and still be doing the same thing, only better, you know? Still be always continuing to do what our mission statement is, better, and that's all I can say. I don't know what the future holds. Anyways, without any further ado, thank you all for your continued support. Live life to the fullest, fear God, remember that there are things that are worth dying for, and have a happy new year. Fear God, please continue to die for what is worth dying for, and Happy New Year. Oh, that's not what I meant to say. Die for what's worth dying for? No, please don't die. Please don't die.